In terms of my analysis of a rate cut would spike our market just for a brief period of time, it did not at all. Our market was slow in June.
All right, if you live in Brampton, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I was incorrect on my analysis on what I thought was going to happen in the month of June 2024. So in today's video, we are going to go over the June 2024 market statistics. I'm going to give you just a brief snapshot of what happened across the GTA, and then we're going to get into the Brampton specific numbers and see how they kind of stack up for all you Brampton residents. My name is Mike Carpino. Thank you so much for tuning into another YouTube video. If you want to discuss your Brampton home, feel free to shoot me a text right at my number here on screen. We can discuss what's going on in your specific area if you'd like to do so. If not, stay tuned throughout the rest of this video. I'm going to let you know where I was wrong, and I am excited at the fact that I was actually incorrect in my analysis, believe it or not. So what we've got here is the market statistics for June 2024. We're going to quickly go over the detached semi-townhouse and condo categories, let you know what the 905 averages were. I'm also going to let you know some of the big numbers that we need to pay attention to moving forward. So to get you started off in the 905, your average detached home was selling for 1.388. Your average semi, 985. Your average townhome was at 909, and 657 was the average condo. These numbers are based off of the transactions that you'll see on the left-hand side here. So 2,244 detached transactions in the 905, 363 semi-detached, 822 on the townhouse transaction side of things, and then 506 condos were sold in the last month in the 905. Something I really want to highlight to you guys is we don't generally like to look at the year-over-year numbers, but there's some numbers we need to look at right now. So take a look here on the side. Last year, same time, we had 7,400 sales happen. We only saw 6,200 happen this past month, being a 16% decrease in sales volume. Big number for you to pay attention to. After that, take a look at the listings increase. We saw a 12% listing increase from 15.9 to 17.9 over the last year in the same month. Now you've got a 16% decrease plus a 12% increase. We've got a 28% swing that is not benefiting the market at all. And just to blow your mind, there's a 23,000 inventory count across the GTA compared to 14,000 that we had last year. So you have almost a 10,000 unit surplus in inventory, which is not going to bode well. If you're looking to sell your home, the days on market has now jumped from 20 to 30 days in the GTA across the board. If you've got the perfect home, you can definitely sell it quicker, but be prepared for at least a month on the market for your home, and be prepared to make sure your home is marketed and advertised at the top of the tier. Don't be putting your house on the market if it is not ready to hit the market. So now that you've seen just the quick snapshot of the 905 and what happened year over year, what I want to do is just take you through Brampton. Obviously, this is a Brampton specific market update video. So I'm going to take you through the Brampton categories and show you where you are at compared to the previous months. Feel free to stop, go back if you need to compare the numbers. But as a refresher, 1.88, 985, 909, and 657 are the priced average categories. Now, first things first, there were 256 detached transactions out of Brampton. Now, that average across those transaction totals was 1.181. The average time that it took to sell a home in Brampton was about 23 days, so below the average, which is good, but you're selling for about 99% of list price. What that means to me is a lot of these homes were actually being priced correctly, and they're getting sold close to their list price. Great to know, and you're just under 1.2 for the average detached in the month of June in Brampton. Semi-detached, there are quite a few in Brampton. You had 94 transactions. Your average was a little bit lower than the average across the 905. Keep in mind all the other areas that are encompassed in the 905, but you had 912,000 as your average price, and it was actually, believe it or not, still selling over list price on average, so 101% of asking. And if you were hoping to sell it quickly, 17 days on market. So a semi-detached property selling about 6 days faster than a detached property. The reason for this is your buyer pool is generally just larger. Somebody could potentially have a semi-detached for their first home. In all likelihood, they're getting a condo or a townhouse, but you might be able to just blow that buyer pool a little bit further out because of the price point. Now, townhouses, there was a ton of transactions. If you recall, we had 900 and change transactions. 75 of them came out of Brampton, an average price of $869,000. So pretty high average price, not that far off from a semi-detached. Keep in mind, these are freehold townhouses, no fees associated here with these homes. And when we're talking about speed, it's 101% of asking, and it was 16 days. So 1 day quicker than your average semi-detached, and it was still selling over asking on average. A lot more competition with a bigger buyer pool. Detached homes, obviously, not everybody can afford 1.2, 1.181, which is why it takes longer to sell a home of that kind of caliber. Let's take a look at the condo categories here. First, we're going to look at the condo townhouses. Then we'll take a look at the condos because there's less condos in Brampton overall. So it's not as popular a category for a lot of you viewers. And we had 32 transactions, 693 being the average. It's a lot more appealing. At 693, you can get into the market at that price point if you have a sizable down payment. Now let's see if we stack up. Once again, hello, 102% of asking, buyer pool, bigger, faster. You have transactions on average 20 days, so pretty quick as well, you know, in between that semi and that detached. But that is due to the fact that a lot of people are reviewing conditions during this period of time that take a little bit longer because they're first-time buyers. They want to make sure they check all their boxes before they pull the trigger officially. Now, condos, let's finish it off. You had 30 transactions. The average, mind you, if you recall, was 657. You're down to 537 for the average condo in Brampton. Very affordable for a lot of people. When I say very affordable, obviously, I'm just talking relative to the market. It may not be affordable for everybody, but that is the most affordable category we have. And out of those condos, it's going to take you a long time to sell them. Condos, because there's so much inventory, you're looking at 33 days on market, so an additional 10 on top of a detached home. Believe it or not, cheapest category, largest buyer pool, but you have the most options. If you're looking to buy a condo, you got choice, and you're going to sell it for about 99% of your asking price if priced correctly. What does all this mean? Well, Brampton in the 905, obviously its numbers are actually quite a bit lower than some of the other areas with the averages. But what I really wanted to emphasize is me being wrong in terms of my analysis of a rate cut would spike our market just for a brief period of time. It did not at all. Our market was slow in June. Now, the benefit here is that the Bank of Canada is going to feel pressure. They're going to feel like they need to actually lower rates again on the 24th of June. And if that's the case, that is why I'm excited as to why we might be getting another rate reduction at the end of the month. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. As a Brampton resident, would you be excited to see another rate reduction? Are you locked in at a fixed and it doesn't really matter to you, so you'd prefer to see things stay the way they are? Because if we don't see another rate reduction, it's very likely we just see a very flat, stagnant market for the next couple months here, especially since summertime is generally already very slow. If you want to discuss your home and your specific area, as always, don't hesitate. Text me at the number here, or if you want to have a one-on-one, I've got a first link in the description that you can just click, book a one-on-one client consultation with me, and we can kind of discuss what's going on in the real estate market if that makes your life any easier. Thank you so much for watching this real estate market update for Brampton in the month of June 2024. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.